Hey everyone! Now I know I haven't done movie reviews in a very long time because I haven't seen any movies and the movie season hasn't really begun ever since the Oscars have stopped and the whole award season's over. They're starting to get in the swing of things again, so it is the start of the summer blockbuster season. With the incident that we had at work about equipment, I am just doing the movie reviews for now in this vlog type format. So what I'm going to do is the two movies I have seen that have been out for the past 3 weeks, and I'll just do a quick little vlog style movie review, and then eventually once we go further into the summer season, I'll go back into the original format with, you know, the camera, tripod lights, and all that stuff. The first movie I'm going to talk about is Iron Man 3, starring Robert Downey Jr., Don Cheadle, Gwyneth Paltrow, Ben Kingsley, and Guy Pearce. For me, what worked in this movie was the acting, of course, with Robert Downey Jr. Always being the best Tony Stark out there. The introduction of Ben Kingsley as a Mandarin was okay. Dark demeanor in the film was pretty good, and then the twist towards the end, I'm not going to ruin it for anybody, but most people have seen this movie already, but the twist towards the end where he kind of comedic was really funny, and then of course Guy Pearce being the villain in this whole thing was really good. Shane Black is known for being an action writer and director. He did write Lethal Weapon and The Last Boy Scout, so he's got that clout underneath him. So it showed through in the movie, and the movie was actually pretty dark, which I loved. The movies that are in threes, you gotta have a setup where there's gonna be a dark time and then, you know, back up again. Normally this is meant for the second movie, and the third movie is supposed to be the culmination and the ending, like a 3-act structure, the beginning, middle, and end, and 3 is supposed to be the end. It kind of felt that way. They kind of made it dark because they made Iron Man seem like he had post-traumatic stress from the Avengers thing. So it actually worked pretty well. I know people hate it because it didn't follow the pure mythology of the comic book, but you're gonna have to adapt, and it actually was done pretty well. It's just like when Jon Favreau used Sam Rockwell as Justin Hammer. He was the main villain and not Mickey Rourke as Whiplash, so that was pretty good. Cinematography was really good. Production design was amazing. Editing was up there too, and yeah, it was overall a good movie. I mean, there's some weak spots in the film about story, but like I said, if Robert Downey Jr. carrying the movie, it wasn't pretty bad. So my rating for that, I would give it a 4 out of 5. It was really good. Now the next movie came out about 2 weeks ago, and it is Star Trek Into Darkness. Now, me personally, I'm not a Star Trek fan. I am more about Star Wars, but ever since J.J. Abrams did the very first iteration in 2009, I actually love it. So it's kind of converted me into actually enjoying these Star Trek movies, but you know, I'm still a Star Wars fan at heart. So it stars Chris Pine, Zachary Quinto, Zoe Saldana, Simon Pegg, John Cho, and newcomer Benedict Cumberbatch. I actually like this movie. It's a little slow in the pacing, but the on-screen chemistry between Chris Pine's Captain Kirk and Zachary Quinto's Spock is just amazing. They just banter back and forth was awesome, and then you introduce Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan, and the on-screen chemistry between all three of them was just amazing. And I've never heard of Benedict Cumberbatch until seeing Star Trek, and he's really good. He plays a great villain, even though in the film Khan is kind of like a supporting role. Eventually, down the road, they're gonna have just make a movie just straight about him, and his role is gonna be a lot bigger. What surprised me was the role of Peter Weller, who plays I forgot his name. He's an admiral, but he's the overall commander of Starfleet Academy, and he played a very dark badass, which was really cool. J.J. Abrams known for being secretive, and his directing is really good, and did not disappoint. And, you know, it might have disappointed some people because you had expectations from the very first Star Trek that you're trying to exceed, and I believe he did it. And, you know, I have friends that don't really care for this one, so I enjoyed it. Editing was on point. Production design was really good. You know, creating the whole Enterprise in the soundstage in Paramount looked pretty dope, and then the worlds that they were in were really cool. And the very small introduction of the Klingons was really cool. Cinematography was really good. A lot of Steadicam floating camera shots were just amazing. And of course, the lens flares that you get with the J.J. Abrams film, it wasn't over the top, what most people expected, since, you know, he kind of trademarked that in Star Trek, and kind of brought that style still into the second one, but wasn't overused. So that was perfect. So overall, I give this film a 4 out of 5 as well. It didn't really amaze me where I would see it over and over again. I did see Iron Man 3 twice, once by myself and once with my cousin Will because he wanted to go. I still have debated about going to see Star Trek Into Darkness again, but seeing it in IMAX, because it was shot in an IMAX camera, and anything that's shot in IMAX or shot with a real 3D rig, I will pay money to see. And the only one I saw that has done that was The Hobbit. But yeah, those are my movie reviews on those movies. I still need to go watch The Great Gatsby, and then of course The Hangover 3 and Fast and Furious 6 have just come out, so I gotta go see those. So I'll probably try to get my chance to see it this week on Tuesday. So who knows? That's pretty much it. I will say this thing. I'm currently watching season 4 of Arrested Development right now. Out of 15 episodes, I am now on episode 11. So once that's done, I'm going to do a review on that, and I will post it up after this review too. So that is it. Like I said, the format's going to go back to how it usually was. Hopefully I'll get money to buy DVDs and Blu-rays again, and I will put those as recommendations. But other than that, gotta get back to work. So I will see you guys next time with another review. Good night.